Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to recap the 2024 Daytona 500 that just concluded just about 10 or so minutes ago, and I thought it was a pretty good race. There wasn't really that single final moment. They were always like double wide or 3x3. The ending really sucked. I mean, and I love Hendrick. Big Hendrick guy. Chase Elliott's my favorite. I love all the Hendrick boys. But that was just such an anticlimactic finish. And that's just the only thing that annoys me with Daytona. I love the racing at Daytona. I thought this was probably one of the best Daytona 500 over the last few years. The only thing that annoys me, yellow flag finishes for the last 5 Daytona 500s have ended under yellow. And that's really been the thing over Friday. And then Friday night, with trucks and ARCA ending under yellow, and now Cup here ends under yellow. Just stop throwing the yellow unless they can't get off the track, then throw the yellow. But keep it green for a few seconds to see if they can get off the track. That's really the only thing that annoyed me with this race was the finish, because I thought it was an 8 out of 10, even a 9 out of 10, because the last bit of that race was really exciting. All the aggressiveness, they were 3x3. The racing was starting to get good, and of course, anticlimactically, they all wrecked. I thought there's and the thoughts on the big one striking with 8 to go, I thought it was just typical super speedway racing. I mean, Bowman lifted at first. I mean, there's nothing much you can do. I mean, it's just part of this product of racing on super speedways. That's gonna happen with super speedways. So the big one struck with 8 to go. Yeah, Bowman caused it, but I mean that's just the part of this racing. I mean, people saying, "Oh, we lost help." People just throw that term not knowing how to use it, right? But I don't even hate Byron because like I said, I'm a big Hendrick guy. It's just the finish was so anticlimactic. Chastain wrecking himself. I said before, it went back green. He was either going to win or wreck himself, and he ended up wrecking himself. How anticlimactic. But yeah, I thought this was a very enjoyable race. Comers and goers all the way throughout the field, pretty much throughout the entire race. So you had pretty much a big wreck to start the race and one to end it. Ultimately, I'll give the race a 7 out of 10. I would have gave it an 8 or 9 out of 10, but the finish really ruined it. But, yeah, I guess we'll go over the race. There really wasn't many wrecks, honestly, besides the wreck to start the race on lap 6, and then the big one with 8 to go. And then the one at the end with, Chastain and Cindric. So let's get into it. So, stage 1, Harrison Burton, Carson Hocevar, Ryan Preece spun, luckily avoided the inside wall. Austin Dillon, Jimmy Johnson were all involved. Harrison Burton and Carson Hocevar were done for the day. Kind of unfortunate because Brad caused it. Pushed into the back of John Hunter Nemechek. Right down to Harrison Burton. Sucks it took out Hocevar, because I thought he would have ran really well in this race, but unfortunately his day was done early. Harrison Burton too. Jimmy Johnson hit the outside wall kind of hard and pretty much ruined his day because he was already a few laps down. Austin Dillon did make minimum speed, but he had to go. But he went to the garage to repair his car. It was like 50-something laps down. And a good, exciting ending to stage 2. Chase Elliott winning stage 1. It was kind of a weird stage 1, the field strategy. That's the only thing. That's another thing that probably brought the score down another point was stage 1 there, where they were kind of just riding around at 175 miles per hour, like 60% throttle, like saving fuel. That was kind of lame when AJ Allmendinger was way behind the pack, running full speed and was running faster than like a 34-car pack. That was crazy. But yeah, Chase Elliott ended up winning stage 1. Stage 2, not much really happened until Blaney passed Cindric for the stage 1. One of the best super speedway racers nowadays, because that was a great move by Ryan Blaney to win stage 2. So Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney were your stage winners from the first 2 stages. And when we get to stage 3, this is honestly where the racing picked up. Because you're getting 3x3, more aggressive pushes, more aggressive blocks from Chastain. I kind of find it ironic where Joe Logano was talking about, the one was throwing malicious blocks or something, like he hasn't done that in the past. But honestly, it was a good race. I really enjoyed it. But I will talk about Chase because that's my favorite driver. He narrowly escaped the big one with like 8 or 9 to go. He restarted 5th but got left out after moving to the high line at the end. He said he basically was indecisive. They were choosing his lane. But he made some great moves to grab the lead and win stage 1 match in his total play points from last season. They had a fast car. It's just he kind of got indecisive. He led laps and won a stage, so I'll take it. He's very aggressive passing. Tonight. Sucks he didn't get a better finish because he finished 14th, but nice to get a stage win. He just kind of got indecisive of what he wanted to do there at the end, but I'll take a clean car and win a stage, getting some good points. It's just the finish just annoyed me. Why can't we ever now have a clean finish these races? I forgot what happened. I think Chastain got a big run, or I think it was Byron moved up to block. Chastain went down, Cindric clipped. It's just your typical super speedway finish. But the caution, I believe, but I thought they showed the onboard, and he was just behind the 24 when the lights come out. He tried to sneak in between, but I guess he caused a wreck, I guess. But yeah, Byron was the later time of the caution, and there were cars coming up the track. I get it, but I don't know. We just never get a green flag finish in the race, but that was the big one strike with. But then the big one strike with 8 to go took out pretty much half the field. Like I mentioned, it's just that product of super speedway racing. Bowman lifted. They lifted. Bowman hit him off center, but it was still kind of square. I thought, but it just it happens. He lifted. People are like, out of talent penalties. People just don't know what they're talking about. I'm not even being a biased Hendrick fan. People just get too overreactive when their driver gets in the wreck. Your driver's gonna get in a wreck. It happens. It's Daytona. Just get over it. But I'll give the race a 7 out of 10. I thought it was pretty good. I would have gave it 8 or a 9 even if that finish was a lot better. But the racing was really good overall, especially in that final stage. Just sucks the ending brought it down though. Let's go over the finish results. William Byron wins. Alspine second. A Hendrick 1-2. Christopher Bale third. Corey LaJoy with a good top 5 finish in fourth. Bubba Wallace fifth. AJ Allmendinger sixth. He ran up there in the third stage. John Hunter Nemechek 7th. Eric Jones 8th. Legacy Motor Club bouncing back, getting their 2 top 10s. Noah Gregson 9th and Chase Briscoe 10th. 2 SHR Fords. Kyle Larson 11th. Kyle Busch 12th. Zane Smith 13th. Chase Elliott 14th. Mark Hicks Jr. 15th. Daniel Hemrick 16th. Ty Gibbs 17th. Chris Buescher 18th. Denny Hamlin 19th. And David Reagan rounds out the top 20. Ross Chastain 21st. Austin Cindric 22nd. Ryan Preece 23rd, Riley Herbst 24th, Josh Berry 25th, Justin Haley 26th, Anthony Alfredo 27th, and Jimmy Johnson 28th. That's all the drivers that were running at the end. All the drivers below here, DNF'd. 29th, Tyler Reddick, 30th, Ryan Blaney, Ricky Sounds Jr. 31st, Joe Logano 32nd, Brad Keselowski 33rd, Brad Keselowski 33rd, Daniel Suarez 34th, Todd Gillen 35th, Michael McDowell 36th. He had a bunch of issues throughout the race with I believe it was an engine issue or something, electrical issue. Sucks because he had a really fast car this weekend, just didn't have the luck. Austin Dillon 37th, obviously he was in that first wreck. Come back out like 50-something laps down. Case Gralla 38th, Harrison Burr 39th, and around the field in 4th and last place, Carson Hope. So far, the 4ths were really the class of the field, I thought, with Brad, Joey, Blaney. But Joey and Brad got took in that last wreck. I thought Joey had the best car, but he just didn't have the luck and got took out there. But it's really all to say for this race. Thought it was pretty good. Really throughout the whole race, there's not really that single file moment where they were single file. Good racing all the way throughout. It's just the final, the ending of the race really brought it down for me. So that's really all I have to say here. So until next map, I'm out a lot. Peace, and I'll be here to review the Xfinity race when that